Dead Space remake is coming January 27th, Perry.
Yes.
Are you excited about this? Are you a Dead Space guy?
I am. So more or less, I am. Dead Space is a terrifying game for me.
Ooh.
It is a terrifying game.
So do you have a terrible experience with Dead Space?
Oh yeah, I do. Oh, I do, my good sir.
Oh no.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Dead Space was probably one of the first horror games in which I was like, oh no.
In which you were horrified?
Yes. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, absolutely. And for me too, like Dead Space came at an interesting time. I've never played the full game. But I remember at the time that Dead Space, came out, was at a time when I was still kind of not buying all of my own games. But I was highly interested in it. And I downloaded the demo because PS3 and Xbox 360 did a really good job of putting demos out there for you at that time. And it was definitely a creepy game, and I'm super excited to see where this game goes as a remake, because I don't really know much about the story other than I think like his girlfriend or wife or whoever the Isaac guy is chasing after, I think is already dead. Like she never made it in the first place, something of the sort. But I'm absolutely excited to get out there and check that game out and give it a real good try, because it looks amazing.
Oh, dude, it's sick. It's sick. So best.
Okay,
game.
best. Okay, so best game of the year so far, but you can't say a Souls game. Okay, yeah, Impulse. That's a fair and fun one. So Perry, because I know you'll probably need to have a little bit more time to think on it, because I mean, obviously Souls guy here. I would say, depending on you, because I absolutely adore both of these games. I'm going to say Kirby and the Forgotten Land, I think it is, was really amazing and is surprisingly one of my top 2 games of the year. And then, as I just dropped a review for Horizon Forbidden West, is absolutely my game of the year as of this very moment. So that's what I'm going with. What about you, Perry?
Unfortunately, I'm not going to listen to him or his rules. Absolutely. Elden Ring.
Well, no, I think it's a fair rule, because at this point, people are saying unless God of War comes out, Elden Ring is getting Game of the Year. Well, so let's ignore the elephant in the room. I think it's an interesting premise, because we know what Elden Ring is going to do already.
Well, Elden Ring was a game that I talked to you on my true review of Elden Ring. And
yeah, definitely.
I'm diving into Horizon Zero Dawn as a single player experience, and aesthetically, it's destroying Elden Ring. But for what Elden Ring brought to as the complete Souls-like community, it did everything right, except for some of these bosses weren't fun at all. They were more annoying than anything. The imbalance of of a lot of these weapons when you have your blood builds or your magic builds and things of that nature. So, Sarah, you're good, man. You're good, Sarah. I've been checking out your streams, and I am a fan of. I only watch Overwatch because of you, Sarah. Just know that. And I did. So, no, Impulse. It's not biased because I actually played a lot of these. So Elden Ring, of course, is probably my number one. A very close second to something I'm really enjoying is definitely Sifu. I love that game. Yeah. Sifu is phenomenal. Like, I truly enjoy that game. And then because I actually dove into it, I would say Pokemon Arceus. Like I really enjoy that game a lot. Like I really enjoy playing
Yeah.
Arceus, just because of the open world aspect of it. It's a very slow start, like extremely slow start. But
Eric, can I tell you a secret?
yes,
You're attracted by that slow start, and rightfully so, because it's a Pokemon game that you've never played. But what if
yes.
I told you what you're enjoying now is actually the entire game?
Oh, okay, cool.
So so yeah, it's cool, but it gets tired. But like I'm happy you're enjoying it because I had a ball with it until I just didn't one day.
Right, and I feel that. And Impulse again. I played all these games, and you cannot say Souls isn't that just because it's part of the conversation. It's automatically part of the conversation. And again, that's what it was. Like, oh, Sarah. So the question is, what is your game of the year if you're not saying Souls games? And you can't say Elden Ring isn't that. You cannot eliminate that. It's not possible. Elden Ring is part of the conversation, even if it's a
Right.
Souls game. So if you take that out, you're eliminating the game that killed the market. It sold 13
Yeah.
million copies.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like, by the way, they actually just announced this week that in a 12-month rolling calendar, it actually outsold Call of Duty, which is insane. That a game like I know a game from time to time will beat out Call of Duty, whatever, but it is completely insane that Elden Ring, a game that really should be a niche title, outsold in any period of time Call of Duty.
Yeah,
But like all in all,
that's
like
amazing.
right. But all in all, like again, like I get the idea of the question. It's like saying, hey, we know who's gonna win. Essentially, who's coming in second. Is kind of with that because like the thing is, and I understand, and to be clear, to communicate, like Perry did, like I think ultimately, like as we did the like honeymoon phase is over review on it. I think he came out somewhere like around like a 7.5 out of
Yeah,
10
I gave it.
ultimately.
I gave it
Okay.
8.5, and I gave
Okay.
you my reason. And I'll just be quick with it. The final bosses, there's no reason for a lot of these final bosses to move as fast as they did. When they're that big, the hitboxes were ridiculous. The imbalances of a lot of these weapons, and and of course the fidelity of a lot of these structures when you're comparing it to a game that looks great to
Yeah.
Horizon. But outside of that, they took every great aspect of each Souls game and put it into one good big world. The only thing I wish they did was keep the movement from a Sekiro and Bloodborne Witcher builds in this game. But outside of that, it was great. It
Yeah.
was great for sure.
So all in all, so granted, as much as I love Horizon Forbidden West and it is absolutely my game of the year at this moment, the cultural response that Elden Ring has produced will more than likely lead it to win at least the most commercialized versions of the Game of the Year award. So we'll probably see it sweep at the Game Awards. We'll probably see it sweep, some of the other categories and some of the more commercialized awards. But when you fall back and you look at stuff like maybe like Dice, which is kind of like the Grammys or the Oscars of video games, is usually just like the high end people there. We'll probably see like at Dice that other games like Sifu and Horizon clean up. So it'll be interesting to see all of this as it plays out next year. But again, with the cultural reaction that we got from Elden Ring, it's no surprise, and I don't want anyone to be surprised in 5 months when we see that it's making a killing out here because it's going to,
Yeah,
because it did a lot of great things.
yeah.
Um,
And I gotta say, like, certain bosses, music wise, was like, okay, this, like, Lady Melina was phenomenal. Even though she's by far the most annoying of bosses, her music did slap. But there
Gotta
was,
love good boss music.
oh man, but the imbalances, dude, especially with some of these, the update before the last one,
After this episode.
dude, oh my goodness. I'm talking about if you had any status element weapon and your boss had a second phase, it will one shot it in the second phase.
That's no boy, no.
No,
Like I don't need that kind of negativity in my life, man. Not at all.
no. But I mean,
But
there's been
oh
some
no,
good
go ahead.
ones. Oh yeah, I mean, but outside of that, I mean, I really cannot sleep on how amazing Sifu is. Even though it's a very short game, that game hit hard.
So, did you finish it?
I'm in the middle of part three.
Oh, so you're at the museum,
Yeah,
right?
I'm at the museum. Yep, I'm in the
Yeah, the
museum.
museum is a dope. Have you made it to the boss yet?
No. I took my vacay and I just got back, so it's me about to enjoy it.
So what I need you to do is get through that third level and get to the boss of the third level and follow up with me because it pays reference to one of the dopest revenge and karate movies out there, and I'm wanting to see if you're gonna catch it.
All right, I can do that. Yeah, I'll let you know. But I promise some. Well, no, Pack is on his way out there to you, right?
Yeah, I think he touches down today actually.
Okay, cool. So I don't have to play Destiny today.
Look at you. There is no shame in your heart, sir. You should be ashamed of yourself. Actually play some Destiny this week, by the way.
I am. I'm gonna probably play some tomorrow while I'm at work.
Yeah, but I mean, all in all, like we got Dead Space coming. So be out for that. That's exciting. Elden Ring is gonna destroy all the Game of the Awards. My children are really upset because it's taking me too long to put something on.